Next, we go to the third match of the night, Kofi Kingston versus Dolph Ziggler. In my opinion, this is the match of the night, but that's not really incredibly saying too much because of tonight. Kofi had a nice front face drop, or a front drop kick out of the corner on Dolph Ziggler in the match. Ziggler hit a beautiful inverted body slam, just flipped him right over, landed him right on his gut. Beautiful. I love the comment that Todd Grisham said during this match, where he said that Dolph Ziggler and Vicky Guerrero reminds him of Tom Arnold and Roseanne Barr. Ouch. I mean, come on, I can see Vicky and Roseanne, but really, Ziggler and Tom Arnold? No, not really. Ziggler is awesome. So, Ziggler also hits a nice modified front chancery where he flips his body, like he has his face on the front chancery, then Ziggler flips his body over and he bridges it, and then he's pulling up. Oh, it was just that. It was a nice move there. In the end, Dolph Ziggler wins by DQ just because Kofi Kingston goes crazy and he doesn't respond to the ref's 5 count about beating up Ziggler. Kind of a crappy way to end this match. It was definitely the match of the night. Let's go to the Ranger ranking calculator to find out what I gave this one. 3 out of 5 Yellow Rangers. It would have been 4. The only problem was that the ending. The DQ just kind of sucked. I mean, So Ziggler gets the win. Afterward, Kofi still beats up on Dolph Ziggler, beats him up on the outside of the ring until referees come out to restrain him. It was a bad way to end a good match. So it only got a mediocre rating at best, or at worst, I guess. I don't know. All right, next we go to a backstage promo with Jack Swagger. He's still whining and complaining. I love the one part where he says that he's going to throw Rey Mysterio, or he calls Rey Mysterio a little tequila worm. And he says he's going to throw him in the Gulf of Mexico. This is a spoiler. This is foreshadowing. Match 4 of the night is the Women's Championship match, Layla versus Tiffany. But right before the match gets started, Vicky Guerrero comes out and says, "Excuse me," the crowd is hating it. Vicky gets so much heat, it's not even funny. It was incredible how much heat Vicky was getting. I thought it was awesome. So Vicky comes out and she says that Layla will not be defending the title against Tiffany, that Michelle McCool will be defending the title against my girl, Tiff. Not much to this match. The only thing notable was that Tiffany had a nice superplex on Michelle McCool. Layla tries to get involved. Kelly takes out... Well, actually, technically, Layla takes out Kelly. Tiffany takes out Layla. And then Tiffany goes to the top rope to do some kind of move on Michelle. Michelle intercepts. Michelle takes her off the rope, puts her in the Faith Breaker, or the Styles Clash. And she gets the 3. Let's go to the Ranger ranking calculator, see what this match got. 1 out of 5. Pink Rangers is right because it sucked. It was not much to this match. There wasn't much action. The superplex was the only notable thing, really. I mean, seriously, what I told you is actually what happened during this match. There wasn't much in between. I mean, there was a couple forearms by Tiff, so it wasn't that great. Afterward, Teddy Long comes on and he says that Layla and Michelle McCool need to decide who the women's champion is. Technically, Layla is the women's champion, but Theodore Long says if they need to decide who the women's champion is. If they do not, he will decide for them, which I'm predicting will be a match between Layla and Michelle McCool, which I think will be really good. We go last promo of the night. We go to Alberto Del Rio. All he really says is that, you know, people of this world have mental constipation. Are they building this guy to be a face or a heel? I can't tell. I mean, they just need to debut this guy, for crying out loud. Gosh, can't stand this guy. Match 5 of the night, the main event, Rey Mysterio versus Jack Swagger on a no disqualification matchup. Alright, so basically this match starts off a little bit of action in the ring, but then it goes to the outside. On the outside, Jack Swagger goes for an ankle lock. Rey Mysterio flips him right at his shoulder first, right into the ringside steps. I told you, these steps get a lot of work. They basically battle to the back. You know they're heading towards the Gulf of Mexico. So basically they're just kind of fighting. Half the time Jack Swagger is carrying Rey Mysterio. When Swagger throws Rey Mysterio outside the outside door, First off, Rey Mysterio hits the door really hard. It's actually really funny. And then Rey Mysterio falls down a flight of concrete steps. It was actually, I thought it was really cool. Then they're on the outside. Swagger starts taking Rey towards the Gulf of Mexico. He starts walking. In the end, Swagger goes to press slam Rey Mysterio into the Gulf of Mexico. Rey reverses it, Hurricanrana or head scissors him or whatever into the Gulf of Mexico. Rey Mysterio wins. I guess it technically wasn't a Gulf of Mexico match, so technically it was a no contest. You hear Swagger in the background screaming, "I can't swim!" So the collegiate All-American American cannot swim. And he could swim. You could tell. People who can't swim can't stay above water. Swagger was above water the whole time, so it was really a dumb thing to say when you're like, "I can't swim," or "I can't swim." So that was really dumb. In the end, though, Rey turns around and he gets choke slammed in the Gulf of Mexico by the World Heavyweight Champion, Kane. So let's go to the Ranger ranking calculator to see what I gave this main event. 2 out of 5 Green Rangers, because really all it was Swagger dragging Rey Mysterio to the Gulf of Mexico and Rey Mysterio throwing him in the Gulf. There was some stuff in between, but the stuff in the backstage area wasn't that great. I mean, there was a time where he hit him in the door, but basically it was Swagger throwing Rey Mysterio around. I guess there was one point where Rey Mysterio tried to do a senton, yeah, like not a senton, a sit-down press or whatever, and then Swagger caught him and powerbombed him into the guardrail area in the fans, but that was the only real other notable thing. So, it really kind of under-delivered. So 2 out of 5 Green Rangers. So let's find out what I gave this week's SmackDown as a whole. 2 out of 5 Blue Rangers. It wasn't a terrible night of SmackDown, but it kind of under-delivered in my book. The Kofi Dolph Ziggler match kind of hurt it because of the end. Christian Drew McIntyre was pretty good, but then you have the women's match was sucked, and then the Show Luke Gallows match was sucked. The opening promo was okay, but the other promos pretty much sucked also. So, I guess that wraps it up for this week's Grumpy Cheetos SmackDown review. Please don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out WrestlingRevolution.com, where we have all our videos posted. Plus, if you like my reviews, you need to check out other people's reviews, including ADTV, Claxton 1333, The Block, and T Jose 101. We all have reviews up there on our website. Register. You can enter our pay-per-view prediction contest. We're in the heat of season 1 right now. Bobby Black currently is in 3rd place, yeah, which is not me, of course. And I mean, there's other stuff. You can get your up-to-date news in the wrestling world, and you can also check out, there's a forum page. We have Raw Monday Night Chats, where you have a live chat with members like The Block, Bobby Black, D Jose 101, and other members of the Revolution. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out. It is the best wrestling website right now that's here to date, with no pop-ups. You can also check out Pillar to Post, where it's The Block and Bobby Black co-host, which is an awesome wrestling radio show. I can go on and on. So check it out. But for now, I am Grumpy Cheeto, and I am